Hey everyone, how's it going? Um, Sorry for disappearing without a word for 3 weeks. I thought I'd just do a video just to sort of say what's going on and let you know where I'm at, really. So it's nothing serious, it's nothing to do with the channel, it's just I got a bit um, burnt out in general, I guess, with life. I have a lot of stuff going on just generally. I've got far too many plates spinning, it seems. So I think it just all kind of came to a head and I needed a break from everything, which was basically what week one was. I just switched off and I did very little at all. I had thankfully the week off work too, so I literally just chilled out. I took some holiday. Um, and so I was all set to come back for week two and just kind of I'm feeling fine now, but I'm still just kind of enjoying having some extra time. So I've kind of come to a decision in the last sort of week and a half ish that I'm just going to take a break. Um, there's I have a lot of stuff just in general going on in my life, and as much as I love doing the channel, and I really really do, it is very time consuming, and it's been great the last few weeks to just have nothing to do in some points and just actually chill out. Um, so I think I just need that a bit more because every, my life is kind of in limbo at the moment. I don't really know how else to describe it. It has been for far too long, but I can't really do anything about that until probably another couple of years. So I think that's kind of where my frustrations build up from, because it just feels like I'm existing at the moment to waste time until I get to that point in a couple of years where I can do the stuff that I actually want to do. Um, but obviously, time is finite, so it's frustrating to have that feeling of not being able to do what I want to do for another couple of years. Um, so that's, you know, just where I'm at the moment, really. Um, I don't know. I don't know how long I'm going to be on a break for. If it's going to be temporary, or if it's going to be permanent. Um, I'm sorry that I haven't obviously continued the games that I was playing and part way through them because that's not ideal. But I haven't even turned on my PlayStation for the last 3 weeks, so it's just unfortunately the idea of recording and then editing just feels too heavy at the moment. It's just something that I'm not really in the mood for. I want light and breezy, which is what I've kind of been devouring in the last few weeks. So I've just got too many plates spinning, and not just the channel. There's other things I've dropped to kind of just free up some more capacity for me to think about stuff and where I want to be in 2 years' time when I can finally make some changes that I want to make. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, really. It's interesting because it's I've been kind of thinking about um, what the my long term plans are, because that's kind of the crucial thing at the moment is where I want to see myself in this many years time. That thing, but I don't know. I don't know how to phrase stuff. See, I'm kind of rambling at the moment. Sorry, but like YouTube has never been an intention for me to be permanent. It's not something that I want to do as a career. I never have. I've wanted to do it because it gave me an opportunity to talk to people about games and share that experience with people, because I don't really have that capacity within my IRL stuff, because most of the people I know aren't into games. They have families, they have kids, there's no free time for it. So I have very little sort of social circle who share that interest. So that was why I have been doing the channel. because it actually gives me an outlet for that part of my life. You know, but there's a lot of stuff that comes with YouTube that I don't think is a good fit for me, because with my personality, I don't tolerate rudeness or bullies very well at all. I never have. I can't stand them. And being a digital platform, the capacity for people to be assholes is much higher, because you don't have that same repercussion face to face when you're talking to somebody online, which means that people just say what they want without any thought of the other person on the other end of the thing. And it's just, you know, it's very high school. It's very much that kind of, there's a, I don't really, it's probably not the right thing to say, but there's an air of egotism around it all, you know. Like some people think that they're better than you because I have no idea why. They just do. And that kind of attitude just makes me roll my eyes. So, you know, it doesn't happen too often on the channel, but you do get people who just sound like right dickheads, to put it frankly. You know, you just really get, you know, sometimes when I get these really ridiculous comments and stuff, I'll screenshot them and I'll send them to my friends, and like, they're just like, oh my word, really? Like, what on earth? So it makes me laugh getting these kind of comments, actually. But you know, in the land of YouTube, you have to be willing to tolerate rudeness, and I'm not really gonna be in that position ever. I don't think I'm never gonna tolerate it. I'm just gonna be like, no. I don't think so. So you know, that was something I was aware of from the beginning. I think my first person that was really rude, you know, Tex and Lone Wolf will probably remember this guy. It's from like way early days when I had like 100 subscribers and 20 views per video or something. I can't remember what his name was, but there was this guy basically that was on my channel every single video moaning about how the games I was playing was boring, telling me to play other games. Some of the games I think he was telling me to play were like really ridiculous as well. I can't remember, but I was just like, no, those games suck. I'm not playing that just because you want me to watch it. I'm playing what I want to play. But anyway, long story short, I tolerated this guy for 3 months, and he became progressively more aggressive as time went by, and you know, it got to the point where I started ignoring him, and that sent him over the edge, and he started then just calling me all sorts of names, and then being really like, why are you being like this? It's like, seriously? You just call me every name under the sun, and now you're wondering why I don't like you. It's like, no self-awareness. He's probably just a complete troll, but in the end I blocked him because I was like, I'm done with that. And that was basically all of my tolerance used up for people being rude. So now I can I know what the timeline is for these things. I know exactly where it's going to go when somebody starts making passive aggressive comments. So I'm just like, no. No. So yeah, I my tolerance is basically 0 now for rudeness. So yeah, there's just YouTube has always been a temporary thing for me, and I'm just trying to figure out if I'm at the end of that temporary thing or not, because at the moment I just want the extra time to do other things. You know, I'm preparing to continue living or something. I don't know. Basically is the gist of it. So it's not, I don't know if I'm gonna, yeah, I just don't know at the moment, basically. I don't know. That's the long and the short of it. I'm taking a break. I don't know what's going on. I'm fine. I'm okay. Nothing's wrong with me. That's quite a lot wrong with me, but that's not, nothing physical is wrong with me. And I will let you guys know as soon as I know what I'm doing and whether I'm planning to kind of keep it as a permanent end or if I will come back. I would like to finish obviously the games that I've started on the channel at the very least, but I'm not in the position to play them at the moment. I've actually got I think 4 parts of Ghost of Tsushima already recorded. I've just not had like the mental capacity to edit them. I sat down that first week, see, that wasn't meant to be a break at all, and this is why I have those 4 videos, because they were going to be the videos for that week, and I sat down to edit them, and I think the first day I sat down to edit it, the first one, so part, what was it, 14? Is that where I left it? To part 14. So I sat down to edit that, and I think I got most of the way through it, but I was editing it in the evening, and then my gliders got up, and they were being really noisy, and I couldn't hear properly. I could hear me talking, but because of the dogs, and they're always here when I'm recording, they go in and out, so I have to have like crystal hearing when I'm editing it in order to edit out the sounds of them walking on the laminate flooring, back and forth, those bloody fidgety bastards. So because the gliders were up and it was noisy and I couldn't hear, I stopped, and I was like, well, I'll just do that tomorrow then. And then just the next day, I think I didn't want to do anything at all, and then so the next day I was like, I'll edit that thing, and I did it again in the evening when the gliders got up, and I was just like, this is just not working. So that happened like for a whole week, and then I was just like, oh well, okay, well, I'll just take a break. So it was just kind of a not intentional break at all, but I haven't quite got round to actually finishing editing part 14. It's not even that long, I don't think. It's probably still like 50 minutes, I don't know. I probably got like 40 minutes through it, but like the last 10 minutes that I'd been doing, I couldn't really hear because of the gliders being up. So I just have done that bit about 5 times. So yeah, I would like to finish them. I don't even know how long Ghost of Tsushima is. I've probably got quite a bit left to do. I've done all the I've explored quite a bit of that second area now, or had at that time. Oh god, I'm gonna have to learn how to fight again when I play it, especially if I'm taking a longer break. It's gonna be awful. But yeah, I cleared out that whole area pretty much. There was a few bits I hadn't done, but I'd done loads of the bases, and so it's mainly just sort of stories and side missions that I had there left, I think, in that second area, and then we've obviously got the third area to do. And then I need to finish Astro's Playroom. I never got to do the 4th part yet. I haven't done that. I don't even know there's anything else after the 4th part. So there are bits and pieces I want to do. It's just going to be a little while. Sorry. And then I'll see. So the other thing is my degree. I'm in my last module for my degree now, which is basically my final dissertation. Although the structure's slightly different. And it's not actually called a dissertation. It's still a 4,000 word report at the end of it all. Project. Which will finish in, I think, the very beginning of August. So I've got a few months for that, and I really need to focus on that because I want to finish my degree on a high, because I've not been doing so great in the last little bit because of everything going on in my stupid brain. So I kind of want to focus on that, but I don't know if I want to commit to saying I'll be back in August or if I'll be back earlier. It depends how things go. So that's kind of the other factor to it. I want to focus all of my energy on that, or like make a plan for what I want to do for everything, basically. That's it, really. Don't think there's much else to say. Sorry for disappearing on you. I hope you're all well, and I'll see you at some point.